What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Lake Lure coming at you from Strada Restaurant, downtown Lake Lure. It's an incredible place to get a bird's eye view of what's going on. Just wanted to give you a quick update about kind of what you can and what you can't do as far as coming downtown. As you come down Highway 9 or up Highway 6474 from Rutherford, there is a detour sign right there at Highway 9. Things have calmed down here a little bit, so as long as you come up here and you are respectful and you are cognizant of the fact that there might be emergency vehicles behind you, you can certainly come up and enjoy the Italian food at Strada Restaurant. Bobby's going to give you a little panoramic view. She's taking this shot, and hopefully y'all can hear me. She's taking this shot. Give me a thumbs up, everybody, if you can hear me. Thumbs up. She's taking a panoramic for you, and this is from the dining patio of Strada Restaurant. It sets up high over Lake Lure. You can see Chimney Rock State Park. You can see the Lake Lure Inn, all of the panoramic of all of downtown Lake Lure, the lake, and in the distance you can see some of the fire activity. And of course, there's a few cars going by once in a while because we're on the main drag here.
Annoying cars.
But it's kind of fun because you get to see the cars going by. The other fun thing about being out here is you do get to see the emergency vehicles that are going by. So, as we progress into the evening, there will be some shift changes. A lot of these guys trade shifts in the evening time. So the fun part about being out here in the evening is you get to see the fire trucks coming in and out and all the different equipment that comes from, and at this point, it's coming from all over the country. So there's different types of equipment coming in, different fire trucks from different areas. You hear people cheering for them, and we always encourage on social media, give a thumbs up when they go by. So it's kind of a fun way to sit up here and enjoy the evening. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to tell you that during this time, the road is closed from Lake Lure Inn going towards Chimney Rock, but you can still come to Strada Restaurant. And you might want to do that. You might want to come out here and it's nice outside, or if you sit inside, they have windows. Show the windows, Bobby. They got windows all the way down. So even though it's getting a little bit chilly, if you want to come in here and have some dinner, and they'll seat you at if they've got it available, they'll seat you at a window side table where you can kind of see the view. And I'm sure Bobby has showed you a little bit of the smoke that's coming up now. As this day, we had a little bit of wet weather today that was kind of suppressing the smoke, and as that has lifted, we have a little bit more aggressive smoke and a little bit more of a visual. It's interesting to see. It's dynamic to watch. It's certainly not enjoyable, but I wouldn't use that adjective, but it is dynamic to watch. So if you want to come out here and kind of watch it and see what's going on and get a good vantage point, Strada Restaurant is probably the place to go downtown. They're open every day at 11:30. So if you want to come up here and have lunch, or if you want to have dinner, they open 11:30, and what they're going to do is they're going to stay open depending on volume. So if they've got a good crowd out here in the evening, they're going to stay open. They don't want to set hours right now because it's a little bit of a flexing time. You've got stuff going on with the fires. So as long as they got customers, as long as you guys come out here to support local business, have your meal here, take in the view, kind of get a feel for what's going on, you can do that. The road is open. Again, you will see a detour sign at Highway 9 and 6474. You can drive around it. Be careful, be respectful. When you drive from Highway 9 up until you get to Lake Lure, if you see emergency vehicles, pull over to the side, let them go by. And if somebody comes up on your tail real fast, remember that in our area, a lot of our emergency personnel drive their own cars. So if somebody's coming up real fast behind you, it's probably someone that needs to get by you. So just pull over, be respectful. With that in mind, please come up, enjoy a meal at Strada Restaurant. I'm sure they would love to have you, and I think you'd have a great vantage point to kind of see what's going on. What I'm going to do here is read you a little announcement. You can unlock that for me real fast. Let me hold this on myself. We'll do a little producer switch. I'll do a little pan here maybe. There we go. We just got done talking with the town of Lake Lure. They're going to work with us on bringing you the most accurate information. There are a lot of sources out there of information that are not accurate, and we've been telling you that on every single broadcast that we've done. We've made it a point to tell you at the beginning of the broadcast, throughout the broadcast, and again at the end. We don't want to be the purveyor of official information, but we do want to tell you things that you might not hear elsewhere, like about the Humane Society or those types of things. And I think we've done a pretty good job throughout our broadcast of giving you the official places to go to get the official information that you know is 100% accurate. And the end-all, be-all place to go is the Town Lake Lure website. If you watched my last broadcast that we did this evening from the lake, you know that we went on for probably 10 or 15 minutes talking about the different places you could go for information, and that the best place you can go is townoflakelure.com. We talked about how it's easy to navigate, how it's easy to find information. You can go on the Town of Lake Lure website and find evacuation maps and maps on where the fire is, where it's going, the low-risk areas, the high-risk areas. Town of Lake Lure is doing an amazing job. That's the place to go for information. That said, we just received an update from the Town of Lake Lure just within the last probably hour, Bobby. And what I'm going to do is just read through some of this for you. I'm going to post it on my 2 Facebook pages, on Mr. Lake Lure Facebook page and on Greg Balk Facebook page. And we will get this out there so that you guys can have this information that is rock solid, up-to-date, reliable information. But let me just read through some of this for you. We'll kind of do it off the cuff, so bear with me. Party Rock Fire continues to advance downhill to the evacuated communities. How long is this? I'll just go ahead and read it, Bobby, you think? Yeah, I'm just going to read this announcement to you. Party Rock Fire continues to advance downhill to evacuated communities. The Party Rock Fire remains at 2,883 acres in size. Containment is still at 15%. The fire was again active on all perimeters except the east side. The western ridge of the fire moved further downhill overnight off Round Top Mountain and was at the woods line in some areas of Chimney Rock Village. Structure protection firefighters had hose lays deployed and were waiting for the fire to reach the woods edge before extinguishing with water. We talked about that earlier in our broadcast and kind of how that works. This suppression strategy is used to completely combust all available fuel, so reburn potential is minimized.
Can they hear us?
Can you guys hear us?
I've got a couple saying cutting in and out.
And we might be cutting in and out because of your cell signal, so what we like to do is ask you if you can hear us. So everybody that can hear us, give us a thumbs up or give us a comment that we know. That way we know if the majority of you can hear us, that it's probably just that 1 or 2 that have a bad signal. We're good to go?
Got a lot of thumbs up.
Got a lot of thumbs up. Okay. So this water suppression strategy, let me jump off this official announcement real quick. What they do in simple terms is they kind of let the fire burn down to the buildings, and then right before it gets to those buildings, they have an aggressive fire suppression that comes in with water and puts it out. That way, if the weather gets dry over these next few days, after this anticipated moisture goes away, what happens is then the fire does not have any more what they call fuel to burn. It does not have any more brush and fire to burn. So once they've rid that hillside of all of that brush, then it's not going to burn again. So that's a very sophisticated strategy, and they know what they're doing. Back to the announcement, the suppressant strategy is used to completely combust all available fuel, so reburn potential is minimized. The same firefighter strategy was also in play for homes located on the northern side of Boys Camp Road. Engines were staged at each home, and hose lays were deployed. To the northeast, Rumbling Bald Resort has seen a similar slow advance of fire, and structure protection was in place. No structures have been lost to date. Area residents did wake up to ground level smoke this morning. With the cloud cover forecast to be in place all day, the ground level smoke may not fully ventilate until late this afternoon. We're starting to see a little bit of that now. That's why you see a lot more smoke in concentrated areas, and the rest of the area is a little bit free of smoke, where before it looked like the whole area was smoky. That's because what did they call that? The cloud cover has kind of dissipated, and it's allowing the smoke now to fully ventilate. So it does change the way that things look. Should moderate to dense ground smoke occur, travelers are encouraged to adjust speed for reduced visibility, in other words, slow down on the roads. Area residents with respiratory ailments or sensitivity should keep their doors and windows closed and operate their air conditioning systems to avoid breathing smoke-filled air. And I'm going to post the rest of this on my website instead of trying to read on my website, on my Facebook pages, at Greg Balk on Facebook and Mr. Lake Lure on Facebook, and instead of trying to read these long somewhat convoluted government website addresses to you, I'm going to go ahead and post them on my page. That way you can go to my page and get them direct. But they do have some links here for air quality alerts. That way if you want to get air quality alerts, you can go to the website and set yourself up to get those alerts. And if you want to get Department of Transportation alerts as far as road closures and travel information, you can go to those sites and set alerts up for yourself, or go to those sites and see alerts about what's happening as far as traveling in the area. And there's another website that's on there that we talked about earlier. That's kind of the Forestry Service's official website where you can go to get up-to-date information. But all that said, the end-all be-all place to go for information is townoflakelure.com. A lot of what we talk about is stuff that we get primarily from the town site. And as this tragedy grows and as things get a little bit more organized, a lot of these outside sources that are giving information that's not as accurate, they're starting to go now to the town website to get their information, and the town is evolving and doing a fantastic job of getting more and more information out. So the bottom line is, don't depend on me, don't depend on some of these places that don't have great information. Go to the Town of Lake Lure website, townoflakelure.com, to get the most accurate information. We'll still do live broadcasts, probably at least twice a day, to kind of give you local views, local insights, and some local things that they might not have on the town website, specifically about things like animals and some of the other stuff that's happening around the community-oriented things that you might not see about how everyone's coming together.
Other restaurants open. Is Larkin's open? Point of View?
To the best of my knowledge, Larkin's is open. Point of View Restaurant is open. I would suggest calling them first just to make sure, or to find out what times they're open, because some of these restaurants have adjusted their closing hours depending on how many people they're serving. So call Larkin's before you go and say, hey, are you open? We're coming down. Larkin's is open. Point of View is open. Lakeview Restaurant and Rumbling Bulb Resort is closed because the resort is closed off to visitors and outside people. It's been evacuated. So Lakeview Restaurant, no. Legends Bar and Grill in the resort, no. La Strada, definitely, and you get the best place to see what's going on at La Strada Restaurant. Same thing at Point of View. Point of View has an excellent kind of panoramic of what's going on. So, and that's even a little bit farther outside of town. So if you don't feel comfortable driving all the way up into here, you can certainly stop at Point of View Restaurant. They got excellent meals, and you got a good vantage point. And they have outside dining, and they also have inside window front dining where you can see what's happening.
Shouts out, Tiki Bar is watching.
Tiki Bar, woo! Thank you. I get a lot of love from the Tiki Bar, and I know you guys are giving a lot of love back to everyone that's helping out down there.
Kelly Byron.
Kelly, where you been? Haven't seen you, girl.
Vicky Wood.
Vicky, I see Vicky all the time. Where's Hope?
I know. Where's our Hopi?
We got to post Hope on. We need to get Hope like a little fireman outfit, and we'll put her in a little fireman outfit, and we'll put her on. We'll put her on the Facebook page.
Let's see. I'm trying to see. Has the fire been contained? You touched on that.
15% contained. We're pushing 3,000 acres.
I'm trying to go through the questions.
Bobby's going through questions, or through the questions that are on the scroll. As we do these live broadcasts, feel free to put your comments, your questions, and any helpful information you have. Always feel free, if we're giving out a phone number or a website address, retype it in there, because other people want to see it, because I can only repeat it so many times. But these live broadcasts are replayed on my Facebook page, so people can go back and see that information.
Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Mark Helms is full of crap.
I cannot repeat that.
Yes, you can, because he put it in here that I love him the most. Mark Helms is
Okay,
full
so
of crap.
I've been asked to repeat this from Mark Helms.
Yes, Mark Helms is full of crap.
Mark Helms is full of crap.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
That's all that's
Bobby is
necessary.
Mark Helms' biggest fan?
No.
Oh, I thought you told me to say
No,
that. No, you
no.
didn't tell me to say
No,
that?
I didn't say it.
Oh.
See, that'll get you cut off.
She's going to cut off my broadcast now, guys. So that said, Mr. Lake Lure from the Strada Restaurant, come out, support local business, have dinner here, see what's going on. And I am done. Bobby's going to give you a little last-minute panoramic, and we might do one more broadcast a little bit later this evening. We'll probably do it from the roadblock, where we bring food down to the guys that are freezing their tush off, keeping everybody safe and keeping traffic out of downtown Chimney Rock.